Now, if you're trying to secure corals into your aquarium, if all goes well, you create enough nooks and crannies and crevices to put the corals in. But sometimes there's just surfaces that you really want to put a coral and you can't. So there's a couple of options for securing corals into positions that the corals will not normally sit. And there's advantages and disadvantages of those options. So option number one is glue it. There's all sorts of reef glues on the market now. And it's just a matter of applying enough of it to the bottom of the coral and then holding it in position for long enough for it to secure. And you can glue it there. The disadvantage of gluing it is it's harder, not impossible, to actually get it off. Depending on where you've glued it, sometimes it's quite hard to get it off. In general, it's not really that hard. It's just a matter of cracking it off. But obviously there is an increased chance of damaging them. The other option is there's various putties on the market. And with these epoxy type products, you don't tend to just glue it. What you can do is just make a knob, for example. So then where there's a surface where the coral would normally fall off, if you put like a knob there and a knob there, then you can place the corals. That then creates a little cradle where you can potentially place a coral. And the advantage of using the epoxy is that if you do need to move your corals, which is not uncommon, maybe due to requirements in water flow or requirements in light or being stung by other corals, then with the epoxy it's very easy to remove them. But the super glue is a little bit harder to go moving it. But if you do have big fish that might knock off the corals, then obviously the super glue is the go. So there are various options there. And if you've got any comments on this particular subject, then make sure you put a little note on the bottom of this video.